Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for an absolute treat in this video because I'm going to be showing you an automation that can take any news article or info on the web and turn it into compelling short form content scripts so you don't even need to think of ideas. And then not only that, right, I'm going to show you how you can turn those scripts into actual AI generated content. I want you to watch this and see how insane it is, right? This is completely AI generated.
Here's why 90% of beginners fail with their online business, and make sure you watch till the end so you don't make the same mistake. When you're starting out and trying to scale, it's very...
You see how insane this is. So not only do we not have to think of content anymore because it's going to take the latest news and actually turn it into content ideas for us, it's then actually going to be able to help us in the process of creating this as short form content or long form content. So without further ado, drop a like if you're excited and let's dive straight into the video. Make sure you watch to the end as well because I don't want you to miss out on this. Okay, so the absolute first thing you're going to want to do is head over to make.com. If you don't know what Make is, it's essentially a software where you can build any automation that you want. And one of the reasons why I love it so goddamn much is because it's actually got a free trial that lasts forever. So you don't need to put your card info in and you can create a bunch of automations, you can get your foot in the door and you can just get stuck in without having to pay for it first, which is amazing. So once you're inside Make, you're going to head over to the top right and you're going to click on create a new scenario. But in this case, I'm just going to be walking you through the one that I've already built so that you can do the same and build it as I explain, right? So there are two steps to this automation. Step one is finding content ideas from news articles and other information on the web. And then step two is actually going to be turning those articles into short form content scripts or long form content scripts or a newsletter, right? So let me walk you through step one, which is the news aggregation. So to make this really simply, if you're a beginner, what this is doing is it's scraping information on the web. So what we use is a tool called Perplexity. Now, Perplexity is a competitor to OpenAI, and most of you know that OpenAI is just ChatGPT and AI. And what the difference is that this can actually scrape live data from the web. So this is perfect for giving us content ideas that we can then use in our newsletter or short form content and things like that. So we don't even need to think of ideas and it's going to take it from like news articles and other things like that. So how this works, if you are building this from scratch, what you're going to want to do, right, is you're going to want to create a trigger. So a trigger is how it starts the workflow. And how you do that is simply by, you would have a plus button here, but you can also double click on here and click on add a module. So the first module is going to be a HTTP, which is what we've got here. And you can see that it looks exactly the same. So you would click on HTTP and then you would click on make a request, right? So it sends a HTTP request to a specified URL and processes the response. So we're going to be using Perplexity as the URL, right? So what we do is we simply paste this URL in here. So it's, I'm sure you can pause the video and just copy what I've got here, which is what you'll need to do. But it's HTTPS / API. You get the point, right? Just simply copy this and put that into your part here. And then for the method, we're going to put post. So out of all of these, we're going to put post and name is going to be accept. Value is the application / JSON. And then the next item is going to be name authorization. And then what you're going to do, right, is you're going to put bearer and then you're going to go into Perplexity and you're going to go down here to the bottom and click on this little settings button here. And if you give it a second to load, what it's going to do is it's going to give you an option to click on API here. And then once you click on API, you're going to grab your API key and then you're going to paste it here, to put it simply. That's all you need to do. And then item 3 is going to be content / type. Once again, the value is application / JSON. And then you want to keep this exactly how it looks here, right? So body type is raw, content type is JSON, and then the request content is this, right? So I think what you can do is I'll actually put this prompt in the description to this YouTube video just to give you a bit of extra value. And for the pass response, we're going to put yes. So once you've done that, and just to explain, to clarify, right, what this is doing is we're asking Perplexity to perform multiple searches to find the latest breaking news on AI, but you could replace this with fitness or whatever content you're trying to post, right? and it's going to actually scrape this now. So that is a really key part, right? Is we are scraping this now, not in a week behind. This is current live articles that it's going to be getting from figures like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Sam Altman, all these people, OpenAI, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, and it's going to present the information in a structured format, basically, giving us this. But you can obviously tweak it. And then that is how we find articles live, basically. And then for this one, we're going to have the exact same thing, right? So as you can see, it is the exact same URL, which is what we want to have. And then the method is exactly the same. Everything is the same. Besides, now what we're doing is we're telling Perplexity to perform multiple searches to find the latest news on developments in AI as of now, related to generative AI and its impact on content creation. So this is just giving us different topics to essentially talk about. And then we do the same for AI tools. So this is literally the same. And a quick tip, you can actually just click on this and clone. So you can just clone this like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You would clone it 4 times and then just tweak it so it's not just giving us articles on the big figures like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. It's also doing content creation. It's also giving us the best AI tools as of now, best practices, marketing strategies, and then it's essentially putting all of this information that is scraping on Perplexity into Google Sheets. So we've actually created a Google Sheets here, but what you'll need to do is essentially add a module. So add a module, click on Google Sheets, and then click on, I believe it's add a row, and then connect your Google Drive or Google Sheets to this, make sure it's the right one. And then choose a method is select by path, choose a drive is my drive, and then just select the Google Sheets that you want to connect to this, right? So you're going to be putting all this information from Perplexity, which is doing the work for us by scraping these ideas on the internet, and it's going to be putting it into Google Sheets. And you can use Airtable, which is more of a database than like a Google Sheets, for example. So Airtable probably is the better option, but I didn't want to confuse you guys, and I wanted to make it really simple. So I didn't want to add another complication to the process, because I can understand if you are a beginner, maybe this is a bit confusing, but if you rewatch this video, it all makes sense. So just select the one that you want. So if we want this AI planner, we would essentially click on the AI planner right here, right? And once you click on that, give it a second to load. The sheet name. So the sheet name is basically what we want here. So obviously if you'll probably only have one, and you can make your own Google Sheet. So yeah, that's the sheet name. You'd select one because that's what we want to place it to, and then unformatted is no. So now let's just quickly delete that. And if we run this automation, fingers crossed, what it should do is it's scraping the internet for AI news as of now. As you can see, this is what it's doing. And then maybe this will take a bit of time, but it is pretty cool because it doesn't, we don't have to think of ideas. It can just do it for us. So yeah, now it's finding information on the internet about the latest AI content, and now it's doing new AI tools. Give it a second. Now it's doing best practices, then it will do marketing strategies, and then it will just put that into Google Sheets. And then I'm going to show you the second part of this automation, which is simply turning all of this into actual content and then building the content as well. So as you can see, the magnifying glass is here, the outputs. So if we look at this, what this is doing is if we go to output down here, we can click on data, click on choices, +1, message, content, and you can see that it's actually given us the latest news and developments in AI. So you can see that we've got stuff about the rise of generative AI here. So yeah, it tells us what it is. It gives us a 2-minute daily AI update. So yeah, includes all of that. Doctors use AI to combat insurers summary. Yeah, doctors are adopting AI technology, all that stuff, right? And you've even got it on AI news here, so you can do the same thing by looking at the output here by going to data, and then just doing the same thing of choices, +1, message, content, and you can see that it's given us, yeah, like Apple and Microsoft are relinquishing their non-voting seats in OpenAI's board. So you can use this as content ideas, right? But once again, this can be used for any topic. So like if you're doing fitness, you could do fitness. If you're doing, health, whatever, it doesn't matter. But that is what it's done. And you can see it has put all of this information into Google Sheets. Now let's just make this look a bit cleaner by removing the pink. And if we click here, you can see that what this has done is it has essentially pasted, so if we go off this quickly, you can see that it's pasted the AI news into here, and it's pasted the AI content news into here. So it's a bit scrappy, but it does the job. And then you can see the AI tools in here. So yeah, you can see top 25 AI marketing tools, and stuff like that. So it's got all the information we need, best practices. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to the second part of this automation, which is completely automated. So once this part runs and it scrapes news and all that good stuff, it's actually now going to watch new rows in this Google Sheet, right? So what it's done is it's going to watch whenever there's a new row created here, and then it's actually going to start this automation, which is going to turn the information that we've put here into really good scripts that we can then use AI to create the content with. So what this looks like is we've got watch new rows. So you would simply click on this, add a module, you would click on Google Sheets, and you would watch new rows. Let's just quickly delete that. And then you would do the spreadsheet of the same one, obviously, which is AI Planner, the sheet name, which is sheet 1, and then you would keep this the same. Now for this, what we're going to do is we're going to create a completion. So you would go here, add a module, you would click on this, you would click on create a completion, and you would connect to your OpenAI. You may need your API key, which can be found in the, I think, assistance part of OpenAI, but I'm sure you can find that. Just make sure you do connect it. And then obviously for the model, this is just whatever model you want of ChatGPT. For the role, we want user. And then for the input, we're going to say, craft a short, engaging, I think that says, sometimes humorous transcript around 30 seconds in length, aimed at tech enthusiasts. The transcript should follow the structure here, right? So what this is doing is if we move myself over here, we have essentially added part A. So what this has done is we are telling it to create short form content in terms of a script based on the information that is in row A. So this is row A. As you can see, this is row A. So whenever a new row is added, it's basically going to use that to create a new script, right? So it's going to do a hook. So start with an intriguing or surprising statement to grab attention. It's going to do a story, explain the main points, and then it's going to end with a question. And you can obviously change this to make it even better. But hopefully that makes sense about it's going to watch a new row, and that new row is row A. So whenever row A is created, it's then going to use that here, and it's going to create the script. Now it's also going to create a caption. So if we go back to sheet 2, what it's actually going to do is it's going to paste the script here for us. It's going to paste the caption for the post, and then it's also going to create a thumbnail for us. So if we go here, right, we've kind of said a similar thing of like, input. We've put the newsletter, so we're still going to be using AI news for this. But here we've said create I think so you can see here, right? It's a caption. That's the thing, and it's going to even include hashtags. But once again, if you gave it the hashtags that you want, so you can obviously make this like way better. This is just an example to show you how creative you can get, and make sure you include this one so we know what it is, which is row A on the sheet 1. And then for the thumbnail, we're using I believe DALL-E for this, and once again you can see that I have a story for which I need to generate an AI image or a prompt. The prompt should be designed as hyper-realistic and futuristic design. And then how this works is it's going to add a new row. So if we run this automation now, what this is doing is it's watching for the information in sheet 1, and then it's going to put short form content scripts into sheet 2, and then we can use those in our actual content, which we can then give to, I believe, HeGen sorry, HeyGen is what we're going to be using. But yeah, as you can see, it's just walking you through, so it's doing it. Let's give it a second. And what this is going to do is it's going to paste all the information here. So if we quickly make this non-green, just to make it look a bit better, maybe make it a bit smaller, you can see that it's given us the script. So yeah, it's got hold on to your spreadsheets, and you can obviously make this way better. So yeah, these are individual scripts that you can use. And yeah, that's how it works. It's obviously got the caption as well, which I believe is here. So yeah, and it's got the thumbnail. So yeah, you would obviously need to tweak this to make it better. But if we go here, right, I believe it's actually showing us. It's annoying me there. My face is in the way. But you can see, I believe, I'm trying to think where the yeah. So yeah, okay. So hold on to your spreadsheets. Okay, so this is the script. Yeah, it's basically, yeah, it's saying that QuickBooks and TurboTax are laying off 1,800 employees, which surprisingly includes 10% of their workforce. So yeah, this is the hook essentially. So that's the hook. And then what you would do, right, is you would basically head over to a platform called HeyGen, which is where we use our avatar, but it's AI, right? So it's an AI cloned avatar of ourselves. And you would basically go into the thing, you'd click on Create AI Studio, select whether you want landscape or portrait. So let's do portrait. You would select your character. So let's use me. And you would put in the text, or sorry, the script, you would put in what it's given us. So if we actually go back here and we copy this, so let's just copy the hook and let's paste that in. So yeah, then we can add a new script. If we click enter quickly, then we would paste in the part here. So, but it's not all doom and gloom. The company plans on hiring for fiscal 2025. So that's the sort of middle part of the thing. And then click enter, and then you've got the close, which is asking a question. But however you prompt this, it will do exactly that. So if you want this like a longer video, so this is probably like a 20 to 40 second short form video, you could make this way longer and stuff like that. So if you click enter and then just run it, it would basically have cloned the voice, right? So let me just quickly remove this part, delete script here. So it should now, if you give it a second.
Onto your spreadsheets, folks. Intuit, the masterminds behind QuickBooks and TurboTax, are laying off 1,800 employees, which surprisingly includes 10% of their workforce.
So the actual video where it syncs will be done once you actually submit on heygen.com. So yeah, you don't have to use HeyGen, right? You can just speak these as content ideas. You don't actually have to use this. This is just a cool extra feature that I think you would like. So I just wanted to quickly show you what it looks like once you've cloned your voice and your AI avatar, so it's merged together and it's come out really nice. And if you give it a second, right, I'm actually going to show you how we're going to edit this into the best, most engaging short form content you'll ever see using a different tool. So let me just show you this raw thing first. So you can see it actually sounds like me, which is really funny to listen to. But what you want to do now is once you've got your clone like this, and bear in mind, you don't have to use AI to do this part. You could just speak it yourself, because I'm still going to show you how I edit my content in like less than 5 minutes. So it's really quick, right? And it's going to save you so much time. So download this. And then once you've got a downloaded MP4, you can then head over to Submagic, which is what I use to edit my short form into really engaging content, right? So quickly, how you would do this is you would, click on new video and you would just select the one you want. However, for this case, let's just use this. In terms of the captions that I use, I always go for Ella, the Eman, or the Umi, however you pronounce that, right? These are just what I use. I found these to be the best and most people like them as well. So for Ella, let's quickly look at this without the sound. You can see that it's quite engaging. We've got Eman, which is also really good as well. And yeah, you can see this is one that Iman Ghazi actually uses. The Umi is really good as well. And then in terms of the position and size, I always go for 30. And the position is so important. Trust me, you do not want to have your captions down here. If you have your captions right at the bottom, you are losing so much attention. It's ridiculous, because how this works, right, is if you want to put captions below the neck, or I recommend at the chin, what this is doing is it's forcing the viewer to look closer to your eyes or your face, which is going to make them more engaged. So that's just a quick tip, right, to have the captions around the chin or at the neck at least. So once you've done that, obviously choose the colors that you want. I recommend having bright colors as well as white, but it depends on the background. And then once you've done that, obviously the captions, they're all generated for you. You can obviously tweak them if the words are wrong, but usually I found that it's always pretty good. For B-roll, I always recommend having quick transitions with the film burn effect. So how I do this is I quickly click on the left part here, and you can click on your face. And if you click on B-roll and then click on this, you can actually search for any topic and it will give you stock footage, right? So this is one of the main reasons why I use Submagic. I'm not affiliated with them. It's just an amazing editing tool, right? Because it's all in one place. And you can actually, so if we just choose like a topic, so let's just say stressed, right? Give it a second and it's going to give us an actual person. Use the film burn transition and then make sure that you don't make it more than a second, right? So to change the time, you just click on the blue part here, and then you want to make it like maybe even less than a second, like that. And now if we let it run, let's just put the sound on quickly so you know what it sounds like.
Here's why 90% of beginners fail.
So you see it's really clean transition to start the reel. And yeah, obviously you can add more transitions. I recommend for the film burn, for the transition effect, film burn 2, glitch, vintage. Those are the main ones that I use. And then once you've done that, you can actually use AI to generate B-roll for you. That's just a quick side note. However, I found that it literally takes like 2 minutes to edit this. Like, we're done, right? You can see how quick this was. Obviously, this was here already, but it's super simple to just search for the stock in the app and then just quickly do it. And obviously, the more reels you get out, the quicker you'll get at it, right? So that's just a quick thing. What I would say is it's about $20 a month to get Submagic. But to give you some context, I was paying like $30 to $50 per reel to an editor every single reel, right? And this is like $20 a month. So I can get out 15 pieces of content for the same price that I would have paid one reel, which literally was like this quality as well, where it's like got captions, it's got B-roll, and it's just really strong. So yeah, hopefully you found that valuable. Now, if you made it to this part of the video, first of all, say congratulations to yourself, because most people don't have the attention span to watch the entire video. So well done for that. And I do want to quickly give you an opportunity, because I've created a school community which, in my opinion, is by far the best out there. And I've got proof to back it up, right? Because I actually provide something that no one else provides, which is done for you systems. So like what I've shown you in this video with the make.com automations and this one as well. We also have about 15 Go High Level tutorials and automations that you can just plug and play into your business, and you can even sell this to your clients. And not only that, we actually give you free Go High Level software. So this is the difference, right? We're giving you software, we're giving you automations done for you, so you don't need to build it yourself, and you can sell that to your clients, as well as about 40 hours worth of content covering offer, lead generation, appointment setting, sales, onboarding, AI service delivery. We've got, the make automations that I've shown you in this video, and way more in a module that you can just download and import into your account. ManyChat, like so much more. It's ridiculous. So we obviously have coaching calls as well, which you can join. So that'll be the first link in the description, or the second link. You'll find it in the description either way. I would love to have you in there and say hello and personally help you scale. So if you don't want to join that, don't worry. Just like and subscribe, because that means the world to me as well. And I'm trying to get to 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and most of you aren't subscribed. So I don't know what you're doing, but I drop videos every other day on the channel. So definitely subscribe if you don't want to join this, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care and have an amazing day.